Welcome, everyone. I'm Tracy Edwards, CEO of the National Exchange Club. I'm joined today by our Donor Relations Manager, Debbie Baldwin, and our friends from Eventgroove, Robert Friend and Cynthia Culver. We have recently partnered with Eventgroove to give clubs a new space for fundraising, a new tool that will really introduce them and enable them to fundraise in a different way and probably, likely, increase their fundraising capabilities. So here to tell us about the awesome new product from Eventgroove, Robert Friend.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here, Tracy. Thank you. And Debbie, thank you. We are thrilled to be part of the National Exchange Club family in providing this platform for clubs across the country and their ability to leverage their relationship with their community and use our platform to help you expand your fundraising and relationships throughout your areas. It's a very interesting platform that we're going to share with you today. But before we do, I want to introduce you to Cynthia Culver. Cynthia is in charge of customer success with Eventgroove, and she and her dedicated staff will be sitting by to support exchange clubs across the country in their activities. Cynthia, you want to say a few words?
Absolutely. I would just like to welcome the Exchange Club family, and we are here to help you and support you. Any ideas that you have and need assistance getting those launched, that's what our team is here for. So I look forward to working closely with you in the future.
And what's great about this relationship, you have a great success team internally with Debbie. Debbie's going to be involved in first-tier contact and needs that you may have, but we are here as a support team at Eventgroove to help make sure that you have a seamless connection to getting moving, getting going, and raising funds and selling tickets and all those kind of things. So we're going to jump into the kind of overview of the platform, and I'm going to share my screen real quickly and just kind of give you an overview of what it is that we are providing the National Exchange Club. So to start with, what I want to do is focus on what Eventgroove is. Eventgroove is I think you see my screen now, Eventgroove is a one-stop shop platform for events and fundraising management. We have set up a platform for events and ticketing, which provides for general admission, reserved seating, and registration to events. This is fully integrated with a fundraising platform, which is where we're going to spend most of our time today, which is real important. So these are the two that we've really focused on for your platform, and we're going to jump into it. What's interesting is we've set up a highly private label environment for the National Exchange Club. And so what you're looking at right now is the splash page for the National platform for the National Exchange Club. And this is where all the fundraisers will populate accordingly to support your operation. And with this platform, the fundraising platform, we also have a ticketing platform that allows you, and there's nothing active there right now. We hope that there will be down the road, but this allows you to set up your own ticketed events and activities, whether you're doing a concert or an event or a forum or all sorts of things, and they can work together, as I said, with the fundraising platform. What's unique about the fundraising platform is that you receive 6 different kinds of fundraisers you can run. They range from raffles to sweepstakes to athons like walkathons, swimathons. You could get very creative with this one. Crowdfunding campaigns, auctions, and sales. We also have the ability to do what is called an all-in-one. This is really actually quite attractive because if I wanted to run a raffle in concert with an auction, and I'm just going to use, this is just making sure that I'm a 501c, and if I want to run a raffle in concert with an auction, in concert with a sale, and also raise money through donations, I can mark all of these, and in one single fundraiser, I can buy my raffle ticket, I can bid on an auction item, I can purchase a sale item, and I can give money, which is really attractive from a fundraising standpoint. So this is a very unique platform that will provide you a lot of ways in which you can leverage that. I think one of the power aspects of this is the value proposition that this provides the National Exchange Clubs and every club nationwide. Tracy, I know that that's important to you, and that's one of the important reasons why you chose to move forward with our platform and to really seek out a national platform that could support the clubs. Can you talk more about that and what that drives for you from the national perspective?
Absolutely, Robert. This is a real value add for clubs. Clubs are classified as 501c4 entities under the National Exchange Club. So at this time, they cannot offer donors a tax deductibility option or benefit for donations. So it really limits their fundraising. But by utilizing the 501c3 status of the National Exchange Club, that's one of the benefits of being a National Exchange Club member and an exchange club. We're offering this as an option to allow clubs to utilize the National Exchange Club's 501c3, essentially, and it enables them to fundraise. And it looks like, there are so many more value adds than I thought of. The a-thon section jumped out at me because I know so many clubs have walk-a-thons, and that's really
right.
popular. So I can imagine a lot of clubs will like this. But, also, this option with Eventgroove takes the administrative work out of it for clubs. Our club members are volunteers, so they're spending their free time doing this. So I know a lot of them, when they plan events, are thinking, oh my gosh, we don't have time to do this. We don't have the ability. We don't have the capacity. And this is really a no-brainer because the National Exchange Club will do that work for them. The only thing they need to do is work with you to set up their page. And I've seen how easy that is as well. Also, when they think about setting up a credit card processor, a lot of clubs don't have that. That's done for them as well via this platform. So all the setup is here. The administration portion is here. The ability to fundraise in a new way is here. So it's really pretty awesome. I also wanted to mention that, a lot of clubs were able to meet and connect with you at our national convention recently in Memphis. And you were, of course, a generous sponsor and supporter at that event, and we appreciate. So we appreciate the partnership. It truly is a mutually beneficial relationship all the way around, with exchange from the clubs to the districts to the national organization via our partnership with you. So an exciting opportunity for clubs, just to give them a new opportunity that is, not cost prohibitive and not work and time prohibitive either. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and to play off of our work at the conference, it was great being at the conference in Memphis, just meeting all of you and just learning more about what you all do. It comes right here because it's just amazing the scope and impact you have nationally in so many different areas. But as I met with you, we also did something special, and I wanted to share this, Tracy. We have a special thing going on between now and the end of the year. For any club that starts their own fundraiser through this platform, we will make a special donation of $200 per club to every club.
That's awesome.
I mean, you have a lot of clubs, so this could, listen, this is all about, paying it forward, because we're all about wanting to help you expand. So we know that when an organization starts using our platform, the impact to, now this is real important, one of the big benefits of this platform is social connection, and it's expanding outside your normal four-wall event, because now you're able to reach people in the next county, people in the next state, people nationally, people internationally. People will come and visit your cause because it's important. And so we've seen this through our platform across the board with every nonprofit we touch. So we think that, we're trying to provide you that kind of special give back with your first campaign. And if you can start something before the end of the year, even if it's happening in the new year, we're more than happy to provide that contribution to the clubs that engage. And we'll show you that towards the end of the conversation here today. So I think, Tracy, we're ready to begin and kind of provide a quick overview of the site. For those of you who haven't seen it before, I'm going to jump off to, actually, we have one club, the Exchange Club of Emerald Coast, Florida, has created their very first event with us. Ron and Angie Toole, if you're listening, Ron and Angie, you did a great job, and I know you just started it, and you have your first contribution in hand of $30. But this is a Salute a Veteran event for Veterans Day. So you can see it's got 25 days to go in there, and they're honoring and sponsoring. They're looking for people that want to honor people from the veteran community and sponsor this veteran event called Salute a Veteran. And if I go ahead and what you're looking at is an area which is highly customizable. If I hit honor and sponsor, it automatically brings me to two ways to donate. Either become an event sponsor or salute a veteran. And if I don't want to become either of those, I can basically make a general donation. And if I click on this donate button right here, it opens up the many, many different ways I can donate. And of course, you all get to adjudicate what levels you want to provide. They provided those. I can also, as a donor, I can put in any amount I want, $25 or $72.56, whatever I want to put in. And I can even, if I really care about what's going on, I can make this a recurring donation, and I can make it recurring by week, by month, by quarter, or annually, which is really great because there's nothing better than getting a recurring donation via credit card in the system. And the whole idea here is to drive people with credit cards. So if I want to go ahead and salute a veteran, I go ahead and click on this button, and it automatically brings me down to this specific area right here. And from here, as a donor, I don't have to leave the space at all. From here, I can go to my Salute a Veteran information homepage, which if I click on that, it will take me to the story around saluting a veteran, why it's important, what the cost is, what the support is about, what it will do, and to meet the Emerald Coast Exchange Club, which this is their story and what they're about, and it allows me to have that conversation. If I click on Become a Sponsor, it takes me to the sponsorship side of this particular event. I can become a platinum sponsor, a gold sponsor, a silver sponsor, or a bronze sponsor, and that's a great way of donating as well. And then, of course, buying a flag and also creating a dedication for that flag so I can go ahead and understand what that is. And then all you do, if you want to go ahead and buy something, you click on the cart, and you can see I have multiple things in the cart. I'm going to get rid of the one because I've done one prior to. But you can see that I have one flag in the cart. If I decide at that point I want to make it 2 dedications, I can add that in there, and I can go right into checkout. And when you're in checkout, what's great about the platform is it keeps it very compact. And by the way, this is all mobile ready. So if you're on a mobile device like an iPhone or an Android device, all of this will be in line. So I can go ahead and look at my organization. You can see that I'm logged in as Robert Friend, and I can verify that that's me. If it's not me, I'm going to log out and connect to the right person. If I hit continue, it gives me donation preferences, make an additional anonymous, make my donation anonymous because some people don't want to have their name out there. So that's a personal preference. Hide the amount of the donation. I can display the donation under another name if I'm doing it for somebody. And then, of course, it gives me the ability to adjudicate my address. I live in Connecticut, so that's my address information. It's going to ask for my phone number, which is very, very important in terms of any engagement we do. And it may or may not require it, depending on how you set up the event. And I hit continue there, and that takes me into the dedication area. So if I bought 2 flags, I'm going to write in my dedication on those 2. And that's what this says. The dedication on the flag is limited to 200 characters. Please enter dedicated information for each flag honoree in the space below. So you can see that I've got that there. Once you put in and I have to put that in, or I don't have to put that in. If someone didn't put it in, they would be contacted. So I'm going to leave it blank for now, just for time purposes. And I hit continue there, and then it says, well, listen, we have you captive. Maybe I didn't make a donation. Maybe I'm just buying a flag, and it says, well, would you like to make an additional donation? We want to help you maximize and leverage the connection to raising funds. And if I say, yes, I'll make an additional donation, it opens up different prices, and maybe I'll give an additional $50 on top of that. Or maybe I'll say other, and I'm going to give $75. And I click next step is to review and pay. And at the review and pay area, it tells me I have $60, which is 2 flags for dedications. I have an additional donation of $75, so it's a total of $135. I then, if I want to open up the delivery your information area, I can. The delivery basically tells me where I'm connected to, and there's no special information there. That's just telling me where I'm connected. And then your information is the same. And then at that point, I put in my credit card and I pay, and that's it. In this case, they set it up that there is just all the fees are being absorbed. The credit card processing are being absorbed by the transaction. And it's really quite simple. And at that point, it would bring you a receipt, and you'd be complete. I'm not going to pay because I'm on a real-time event, but I think you get the idea of how simple this is. And the setup of this is highly user-friendly, I will say. Cynthia, you want to talk a little bit about that from a use and setup standpoint?
Absolutely. So the platform will allow a lot of customization with your own images, your own titles. You can change the call to action button terminology. You can turn on and off separate tools that are showing up on the page. You have a lot of control, and it is very easy to navigate through the process. And if you're in that process of setup and you need assistance, our team is more than ready to help with that. If you need help with sizing images so that it's uploaded properly, we can also help with that. So it is very intuitive as far as the nature of setup, and it won't take much to get your club online and start fundraising.
And I thought I would bring up the phone, the example of the phone here. You can see this is an iPhone 10 or 12 or whatever it is, but you can see that it very, very right on the screen. It gives you all the information you need and very nicely sets up, because it's all responsive design, sets up and gives you all the information necessary to lay out the dedications and all facets of the fundraiser, from dedications to all, every turn of the process. And I can from here navigate between sponsoring and saluting a veteran. So with that said, there is another aspect to this, and that is, as Cynthia talks, we have designed a very special National Exchange Club resource page. It's all geared towards providing you information about what's going on. One of the things that's at the top of this page is that special fundraiser that I talked about at the beginning, and you have to register for it, but all you do is click on that when you get this page, and you can register for it before you start your campaign. We're also going to provide you, as exchange clubs continue to create their campaigns, we're going to provide you examples of these campaigns that you can go to and really look at. And one of the greatest ways to let people know that you care about them is by copying what they do, and it's a great way of honoring. And I will say that throughout my involvement with Eventgroove, I will tell you that when we've seen organizations see something they really like, they replicate it, and success, it dominoes. And so I think that what happens in Memphis, Tennessee, can happen in the Emerald Coast, can happen up in Stamford, Connecticut, can happen in Los Angeles, wherever you are, and the same campaigns will work in different locales. So that's why this is there. We want to share our best practices, share our ideas, and then we also have this help area. Cynthia, you want to talk about this?
Absolutely. So this help area is a great resource. You can get to knowledge-based articles on both events platform and ticketing information, as well as the fundraising knowledge base. And then the green button is just meet one-on-one. That gets a time on my calendar directly. So you pick a time that's convenient for you, and I'll send you a Zoom link, and we'll just get started with what you need.
Yep, and then it continues to talk about all the pricing setup and how that all works, which I think is real important for you to understand. And then the last thing is giving you access to the site links so that you can go out and start fundraising. And one of the best parts about this platform is how easy it is to get started. So I'm just going to take you to our last page of this session here today, and that is what you will come upon when you start fundraising. The first thing is putting in your first name, last name. Each club is going to have to create their account underneath the National Exchange Club platform, and from there you can literally customize it. And if I go over to the Salute a Veteran campaign, I want you to look at this. Over here is where it starts. You can see the URL says go.exchangefundrazing.com/start. That's where you set it up, but the URL is go.exchangefundrazing.org. Well, if I go over to the Salute a Veteran campaign in Emerald Coast, you'll see that it says emeraldcoast.exchangefundrazing.org, and you'll see their logo up here. So if you go in and you create your campaign, your account underneath the Exchange Club platform, inside the platform, you will be able to have that same scenario. So every club will have their own URL with their own subdomain. They'll be able to put up their own logo up here so that they are all under their brand locally to their community. And it's quite simple moving through this. Cynthia, anything you want to add here in terms of the ease of use?
It's just a two-part form that you fill out and get registered on the site. There's no holdup. You'll be able to go right in and start creating drafts. The only other thing that I would mention is if you need to get in touch with us, you can certainly call. Our customer support team is available Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That number is 855-425-1071. Or you can catch me by email if you just email Cynthia@eventgroove.com. And the other tools as far as being able to catch us and get assistance are very easy to get started.
Terrific.
Look forward to it.
Thank you, Cynthia. That's great. And I'll just close by saying I want to go back to the fundraising page. I mean, I will tell you that creativity is the only thing in your way. Cynthia and I have had a lot of fun working with nonprofits. We started, and with you all, it's been the Emerald Coast is our first one, but we literally sat down and we reimagined what they've been doing manually onto a digital platform. And now they're starting to make this real to the community, and they're going to get this out to people that may not normally have been connected to them, because now we're using social platforming. And that's one last thing that I will share, is that the system allows for immediate links to Facebook, to Twitter, to Instagram, to all of the platforms, so that you basically just spread the word digitally, and then you immediately see success. And so we'll go into more of this in detail, but I think this is a great stopping point. We look forward to working with all of you, or as many of you who are interested to moving forward with this platform. We think it's a great way to help you expand your fundraising, particularly because we're heading into the winter months. We're in a I just came off of a national webinar around this whole idea, and we are in a situation where we don't know what's going to be happening in the months to come, and we can't stop fundraising. The National Exchange Club and the community that we serve, we need to be able to infuse them with the goods that we put on the table, and to do that we have to raise the funds we need to raise. Tracy, do you want to add anything further to this as we close this conversation out?
Well, that's so true, Robert. As you talk about that, I think about the other opportunity with a platform like this, raising public awareness, recruiting potential by introducing this to new people who didn't know about Exchange otherwise. When you think about how many people may look at this once it gets out there, by sharing it with your sponsors, your partners, your family and friends, and even people you don't know, as it takes off, via social media and the virtual world. Also a great recruiting tool. New people learn about Exchange. I know we're going to add to every club's initiative a branded Exchange Club message, and the link to join, and the link to find out more about Exchange. So not only will it educate and promote awareness of that specific fundraiser, but about Exchange as a whole. So it's a really great opportunity in terms of public awareness as well.
Terrific. Well, we are so looking forward to working with each and every one of you, Cynthia and I, and our entire team at Eventgroove. If you need anything, Cynthia gave her number. I'm available as well. You can reach out to Robert Friend at robert@eventgroove.com, as well as my phone number, direct line, which is 203-530-0222. And we look forward to connecting with you and really helping you make a big impact in your community through this really powerful digital platform. So.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to seeing all of the exciting fundraisers and events that will be housed in Eventgroove. So thank you so much for your partnership and your support. And to learn more, please reference the phone numbers and emails you've been given. And of course, it will be in every Exchange publication. Feel free to reach out to our office. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.